Hey guys!
Welcome back to another episode of Pew Time with Tony.
And Jackie.
Happy episode 223, love.
Happy 223.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have ever noticed by looking at the Pew Time Podcast logo
I've noticed. I've had a few people ask me. So a few people know why.
that the time is set to 223
Yes.
on the clock.
Roughly, yep.
Because it's Pew Time and 223 is a Pew caliber. It's also very important to us because...
Oh, very important to you.
Wow. It should be important to you since I said yes. This is the day that Tony proposed to me. He proposed to me on February 23rd. So 223 was the day that I made you the luckiest man in the world by saying yes.
It was the day I saved all of the men.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's very important to us. So happy 223.
Yes, it is. I'm blinking twice very hard.
You are not in danger.
I
don't lie to the people.
Feel in danger. All the time. Every night.
Well, with that, happy episode 223. And thank you guys all for staying with us as long as you have. Those of you who have been with us since the beginning, listening episode by episode every week, waiting for the new drops. And those of you who are newer and have played catch up ferviously to get all the way to episode 223. We appreciate you all.
Yeah. All right, let's jump right in. Gun news.
So, CZ has jumped on the very popular train. Everyone seems to be doing it. They have now come out with an A-cut CZ P10C for the Acro. And it's not just their normal gun. They put it out as a set. So you're not a set necessarily, like an upgraded kit. It's a gray frame. It comes with a mag well. You get a 15, 17, and 19 round magazine with it. So it's not just the cut.
I wonder if they have, like...
Oh, and an aluminum trigger.
Is it a distributor exclusive or a CZ thing?
So it is not an anything thing.
Oh, okay.
They had it...
That's a good way to sell guns.
They had it on a Facebook post, which is what piqued my interest. So I went to CZ's website, looked through the entire P10 family line. Nothing. Looked through a series of distributors. Nothing. And then I typed in a Google search exactly what it was, the A-cut P10C, and it showed a link to CZ. But when you click the link, it says page not available. So in the works, apparently.
Okay.
And not available yet, so there's no MSRP listed. I've been digging and digging to try to find anything for you guys, and I'm sorry, but CZ has given me nothing.
This feels very sneakily like CZ's like, well, we should probably jump on the A-cut thing. People are really liking the ported thing. And they go in the warehouse and they're going, holy shit, how many more of these gray frames do we have? Hang on, I have an idea.
Right.
We're going to take the ported slide. We're going to put an A-cut on it. Throw in some extra magazines and get rid of these gray frames. That's what happened.
And magwells and aluminum triggers. Nice little upgrade to it. Yeah. The kit's nice, but yeah, that's probably...
all that, get rid of the gray frames.
Correct.
That's, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's exactly how it happened.
Probably.
No MSRP listed?
No MSRP listed, just a quote-unquote page not found when you click the link for Google that says CZ P10 A-cut.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, well.
More to come.
I guess more people like these A-cuts. I don't know. I haven't really messed with one to see, like, hey, is this the thing? So I don't know. Yeah. I'll shoot one and I'll see if it's worth the hype or not. So Wilson Combat has acquired Guncrafter Industries. And if you're like me, when you hear Guncrafter Industries, if you've been around a while, you're like, man, why does that name sound so familiar? And then you realize those are the crackheads that made 50 GI.
which for those of you not too familiar, it was a ammunition, a barrel, and magazine conversion kit for the Glock 45 calibers.
Or 1911s.
Or oh yeah, I forgot they did
Mhm.
those too.
But I guess more recently, Guncrafter's been making 2011s. It looks like the two guns that I saw in the post with this are two 2011s, are gorgeous looking, and the comments were hilarious. Get your gun crafters now. Prices are going to go up. They're going to have the Wilson tax.
Oh yeah.
They are good looking guns. It's interesting. I don't know. I didn't realize they were for sale. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't hear much from them.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to have a 50 GI 2011.
Oh my.
Please no.
It'd be like a 10-round magazine.
Well, no, they're the size ish of a 45
A
ish.
little fatter.
Yeah. I, I don't know. The gun. So I've shot a 50 GI. Um. Eh. Eh.
I don't know that I've shot the 50 GI. I think I had an opportunity to shoot one when I first started working at the gun shop,
Mm.
but I don't know. I don't remember actually shooting it. I know I shot the Eagle when I first started there, the 50
So it's
AE.
nothing like that. It's much less recoil.
Hmm.
Much less.
Yeah, I don't know that I shot that one.
Yeah, it shoots like a hot 45. Like it's nothing crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like that stuff like that is around.
Hmm.
No one talks about it. I mean, there are people that are listening to this going 50 GI. What the fuck is that?
Right.
Like it's so you could say that you had a 50 cal Glock, really.
Right. And I would say it's probably been at least 15 years since I've seen ammo on the shelves for that caliber.
You never haven't. Most people that had that had to reload. And good luck trying to reload because trying to find anything for it is next to impossible.
Yeah.
So, cool. I guess Wilson's buying it. I don't know if we'll see more stuff from it, but the two 2011s, and they'll be on the post for this, are really good looking guns.
Well, going from 50 GI to this next one is like a huge, huge difference.
Okay.
It's a knife.
I like knives.
It is the Meligun MG 22.
Okay.
22, you say? Ah, not just a knife. It is a any other weapon classified. It is a 12-inch overall, what looks like a field knife, with a 6.7-inch blade, so like a 5.3-inch handle.
It's like a Bowie knife.
The handle of this knife is special.
Okay.
There's a little lever that you turn 90 degrees, and a trigger comes out of it. A trigger, you say, on a knife? How peculiar. The entire back of the knife opens up to expose the 6-round cylinder for 22 long rifle.
That's kind of dope.
You put the rounds in, turn the cylinder, put the rounds in, close the handle, flip the lever up at the front, and now the trigger is sticking down, and you actually use probably 2 to 3 fingers on the trigger, and every time you squeeze the grip of the knife, which is aluminum,
Mm-hmm.
a round goes off. And you squeeze it 6 times in a row, boom, boom, boom. As quick as you squeeze it, it'll go. So it's not like a single action where you have to cock every round or anything. This thing is pretty dope.
Yeah. Mm. Reminds me of the HK, like, oh, you got a squeeze cocker. Like, no, mine actually fires. Oh my god, they have come out with a knife you could legitimately bring to a gunfight.
Oh, that's clever. I didn't think about that.
Mm.
That's a good move. Hardened steel blade. It is regulated and classified as an any other weapon under the NFA. And while a tax stamp is no longer required, proper documentation needs to be filed with the ATF. They also make
Lame.
this knife in a 25 ACP, which is also 6 rounds. Guess how much this runs?
I guessed a little high at first. I was like $1,000.
That's what you thought was high. What the actual cost is much higher than that, which is $1499.95. So $1,500 for a 6-shot 22 knife. That's NFA restricted. They're the same price for the 25 or the 22, but you can get an upgraded blade. You can get upgraded hand grips. You can even do custom engraving and work your way up to a total of 1640
Wow.
to put all this fun little extra stuff. I mean, if you're gonna spend $1,500 on it, you may as well go, here's another 14 engrave upgraded grips. The works. You gotta.
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool. I just ran across it. I actually ran across it on Desktop's Instagram from like 3-4 weeks ago. So this isn't like a new thing. New to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe new to you guys. Maybe you all heard about it already and you're like, huh, Jackie, get up with the times. But that is it. That is the coolest thing I found on the interwebs this week.
Nice. Well, shout out Joe at Dusk Pop. He's doing his thing, making funny videos still.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. See, shit like that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid that we can't have it without a tax stamp
Right. Class 3.
or paperwork now. Like
Class.
tax stamp.
Yeah, right. Class 3.
Lame.
SOT. Shooting sports?
Shooting sports, we have no match results. But this got brought up when a group of us got together, sitting around, having cigars, and apparently some magic whiskey. And it got brought up the conversation of just getting better. We all kind of talk to each other and push each other to get better for training, compete against each other. What can we do to be better? So this is your reminder to get together with your friends, and it may require whiskey or your liquor of choice, and have a good roasting session. I mean, just flat out, in the most indirect, funny way possible, call your friends out on why they suck at shooting. That is what this night turned into. And I don't mean like a quick conversation. I'm talking 3 hours
Of just going in a circle.
of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people just going
Roasting each
around.
other.
Oh, yeah. God forbid you were in like C class or B class and below. Yeah, no one was safe.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't go.
Definitely a good thing.
I would not have been safe. I would have been the butt of every joke. Speaking of not safe, our next segment.
No. Having this conversation with your friends, it is a good way to bring to the surface what you should actually work on. And it helps talk about things you can do to get better if you don't have these conversations with your friends already. Highly recommend. It was a blast. And I do say everyone left motivated to train.
Good.
Because we all came to the same conclusion and agreement that if you didn't start getting better, the bullying and roasting shall continue.
So everyone's going out to train
Pretty much.
and not go to the next whiskey night.
Pretty much. Yeah, basically, if you don't show up, we know why.
Oh, been called out.
Now we can go on to the next segment. Tales from the gun counter.
So this was a conversation with someone I had today.
Oh,
Just
recent.
just today. This afternoon, in fact.
Okay.
Get a lot of phone calls at the gun shop. This was an odd one. Many people may not know. If you don't, this is just an FYI for you. A little information. Sorry, that was Tony's watch. He can't get it to stop going off. He doesn't
That
know
was the
why. It
cat.
goes off regularly.
That was the cat.
All hours of the night, all hours of the day. Very random.
The cat.
It's not the cat. That was your watch beeping.
He hit the watch.
I have to put your watch on silent.
I had it on silent and he hit it off silent. Get back to the subject.
The question presented to me was, hey, can you check my background to see if my misdemeanor has dropped off yet?
Officer.
I said, sir, this is a gun shop. He goes, I know. Don't you guys sell guns to people that have clean backgrounds? I said, yes. Would you like to buy a gun? He goes, no. Can you just find out if my background? I said, we don't have access to criminal history databases. We plug in your FOIA card number. The state says, yes, you can, or no, you cannot. Or we'll get back to you and I'll tell you in 3 days if you can or cannot. Now people think that we have like these like magical powers and access to all these sort of things. We do not. We have the same information you have. If you have a FOIA card, you're good. If you don't, figure it out.
That makes you wonder, like, not that he sounds like someone that would go to a library, but if he did, what they would actually ask of the people that work at the library.
Oh yeah.
Like, here you go, sir, what's this? Well, that's my tax paperwork. Can you do the taxes? No, sir. Well, we have books on taxes. Yeah, yeah, I know. So you could do them then, right? No, no, no. You take them to read. No, 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 no. You do them. You read them.
Right. So I referred him to the general state police number for their FOID card inquiries, and hopefully he has his answers. Otherwise, yeah, misdemeanors dropping off your record. I don't know that that's the thing. I think they're there. Like it's not like they just don't disappear.
I don't know. I've never had one. So
I mean, there are questions on the application for purchases, and there are questions for the application for a FOID card. Have you had this type of misdemeanor in the last X amount of years? So that answer, you'd be able to answer that truthfully if it's been more than that amount of time.
right.
But as far as did it drop off my record, it's a record.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's still there. It might not be prohibiting, but it's still in fact there. So that's my PSA. Gun shops do not have the power of police criminal records.
He asked you for the Carfax on him.
He he did.
That's funny.
And
Yeah, see if I'm legal.
and I do think that he was something he like wanted me to do by phone. Like it was really like a
Just
weird.
plug my digits in.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I mean, he sounded like an older guy too. So like,
Mm,
I don't know. You call the state police, and they might be able to give you an answer. You could apply for a FOIA card, and if you get denied, you know the answer.
yeah. Last time he called looking for something, he's the reason Capone got caught.
It's probably off his record if it's back that far.
Ugh. All right. Our week in shooting has been well, it's been exciting.
It's been very exciting. So our week in shooting started on Monday when we went to the archery range.
Yes.
I went to Pet on Your Shotgun, which I believe we covered in last week's episode because it was right after we got back, because that was Monday. And then Tuesday, I was the range safety officer for a gun and a girl meetup,
Mm-hmm.
which was a ton of fun. Last month, they talked about like grip strength and things, and I put in my 2 cents about doing the rice bucket challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently that hit really well with everyone because they actually brought a rice bucket in and rubber gloves for all the girls, and we all dug our hands in and did some of the practice exercises. Everyone's like, oh man, that's way harder than it looks. And that is great for your dexterity, great for your grip strength, your forearms, your wrists, fingers, hands, everything is going to thank you if you do that. So second PSA of the night, rice bucket challenge. I did it for 30 days and I saw a huge improvement.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, rice will dry out your skin. So if you care about your knuckles cracking and your cuticles shriveling up, put gloves on.
So you're saying the cure for all the tiny little babies that use stun rests is a rice bucket.
Rice bucket.
Rice bucket. Nice. Then that led to Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, we had a very special night planned because our dear friend, Pete, who's also a mentor of mine early in my shooting career, was retiring from running the weekly match at the local range. Sad time. He's been doing it a long time. He's been doing it for
30 years.
I don't feel like it has not been
Is
30.
is I think I want to say it was between 25 and 27 years.
Yeah,
So
that sounds a little more accurate.
just shy of the 30-year mark.
So he took over from another one of my mentors and the man that got me into action shooting, Jack.
Jack Manfrey. Ah.
Both guys big in like the local getting shooters to use competition to become better. Jack was more combat league, although it's it's weird he had such a disdain for like USPSA and IPSC because his trainer, big IPSC guy. And then it kind of evolved. We used to be a
Chapman, right?
big, yeah, we used to be a big IDPA world, which is kind of where Pete was. More IDPA, I-Core, he's a big revolver guy. But Pete is obviously older, and he wanted to pass it on to Jackie and I. And I didn't see any other answer besides yes.
We were absolutely honored.
So it's very important to me to keep this going. This particular practice night has been going since you looked it up.
1983.
I was going to say the 80s. I knew it was the 80s. So this practice night's been going longer than both of us. And it's got a lot of history for both of us. This is where you had your first taste of like competitive shooting at all.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of like action shooting, defensive shooting.
Right. And this was going back to 2008.
Yes. This is also where I fell in love with the action shooting world because it was run every week and it was at the range that I grew up at. So I got to see the guys run and gun and became enthralled with, I got to do that. And that's what led me to just learning more about it and then doing it. But it also means something even more to me. Like I said, both my mentors not only shot here, but also ran it. A lot of skilled people have shown in or shown up here, shot just random nights. Uh, Former USPSA presidents have come and shot here, and it's it's super important to the local scene because I think it breeds a lot of newer shooters. It's important to you because your mom shot in that league.
She did. She shot revolver. She shot I-Core back in, I think, 1980. She started working there in January of 1989. And she got the bug really early, just like I did. Like, fresh in, like, hit your 90-day probation. You want to carry a gun at work. You got to qualify. She qualified. She fell in love. She started shooting with the guys regularly. So by the end of spring 1989, she was already hooked. She shot competitively for, I think, 3, 4 years. She has some trophies. My mom has shooting trophies from a revolver,
Nice.
which is super impressive. And that is one thing that, like, when I started working there, before I even had to qualify, I was already excited about getting into like the combat shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Be- that's my bad.
Fucking amateur hour.
That's my bad. I feel like every week
Anyway,
it's
you
one of
would
us.
think like, after 223 episodes, this
Oh
wouldn't be a
my
problem.
god. 222 episodes ago into it, you were letting that happen in your phone. Come on
You're
now.
not living the past.
Oh my god.
I'm just asking you to learn your lessons and move on.
Okay, moving on. Doing the combat shoots meant a lot to me. To take part in something that was so important to my mom. When I was a kid, I used to reload ammo with her when I was very young. Like, the only thing I could do at that age was flip the primers all in the same direction and use the pickup stick to pick them up and put them in the tube. But that was my way of helping her. And the more I helped her, I was allowed to go to the range to shoot with her, which is why I started shooting at age 6. So reloading and shooting very early on. This is super important to me to keep this club going.
Yeah. So we're very excited about that. It'll be an every other week thing.
We run them on Thursday evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to be in the Chicagoland area,
Yeah. The only requirement, if you want to get in without taking a class with Pete, who is still doing the private lessons at the range, is you have to be classified in USPSA.
Yep. So if you're already classified, we do have registration up on Practice Score. You can get in that way.
And that's not where the fun ended, because Saturday night we packed up and we went out to do our first turkey hunt.
Which is very exciting.
It was super fun. We talked about setting up the DIY blind, got that all set up for this hunt, and this is what it was for. And I'll set the scene. We got up there late at night. Jackie could barely sleep. She was up way longer than she should be.
Yep.
Which then kept me up way longer than I should be. But here's the scene. You wake up early as fuck.
4.
4 in the morning. Because you want to make sure you are, ideally, you're in your spot before the toms fly out of the trees to come start their day. You want to sneak to wherever you're going to sneak while they're roosted. So you got to get up early. This is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie did not get up early.
I did not.
Luckily, we were staying literally 100 yards from where we were going to be camping out, like going to sit for the day. So we got out a little late. We walk out the door, and I'll picture this, if you will. Instead of you open it up, the sun is barely starting to cast over. Now it's a light gray sky, and instead of birds chirping, maybe a cricket or two left over in a cool breeze, it's
Everywhere. There were so many turkeys gobbling. I think there
it was a
was,
symphony.
yeah, it was insane. Like, I popped the door open because you asked me how cold is it out there because we were getting layered up still. I popped the door open and I didn't hear anything. And 5 minutes later, when we're leaving, you walked out first. You're like, you got to come here. Can you hear that? I'm like, hear what? I couldn't hear it till I walked out the door. And it was just like, I'm sure my face lit up like I actually caught Santa Claus in the chimney. It was amazing to hear. I mean, there were so many turkeys.
So we got set up. Turns out Jackie's pretty good at calling turkeys. All that practice with the mouth call paid off.
Oh, yeah.
And believe it or not, within our first hour, we had our first encounter. And we had 2 little hens. I heard them fly over kind of the little brush line at the end of a field. We were sitting right at the edge of a field. Kind of heard big wings flapping. I was like, oh, they're coming over from the right. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, hold on. She like peeks over. You just see little heads bobbing over. And oh my God. Waiting for them to walk over, waiting for them to walk over. We had 2 decoys set up. We had 1 hen, 1 tom. And next thing I know, I look over by our decoy, and out of the side of my eye, I'm like, Jackie, look. Jackie hasn't broken the habit of doing very fast movements. She's still like a kid. Like, ooh, look, shininess. Instead of just calmly turning her eyes and then turning her head.
I whipped my head around.
Whipped her head around. Luckily, it did not alert the third hen that had approached from the rear.
She walked right past me. She was like 5 to 7 yards
Yeah.
over my left shoulder and just walked right past me.
So apparently Jackie makes a very stuck up hen voice because these hens were not happy.
They were not.
So if you've never heard like an aggressive turkey, female turkey, it sounds like a deep tone of a chicken clucking. Like that's not their normal noise. They do that when they're mad. So apparently Jackie said something about their mother. Or
in Turkish.
or that this man was hers and all you hoes step back.
Yeah.
Because they were not happy. And the fact that there were now, with the decoy, 4 hens, we see them start to enter from dead in front of us.
The toms.
The toms. Two of them break through the brush, and listen, I'm man enough to admit it. You didn't see it. My right leg was shaking uncontrollably.
Oh, I did not see that.
Uncontrollably. I'm like, I only get like this when I have to pee. I currently don't have to pee. Like, it was awesome.
The
And
first one that popped out, like when the second one behind him got through and I realized there were two of them, because you can't really tell if they're male or female from a distance if they're not fanned out and you can't see a beard yet. You just see like heads coming through. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this more women? And I wasn't letting myself get too excited.
so, side note for those of you that don't know, spring turkey in Illinois, you're only allowed to kill a tom or a hen with a beard, which is a female with a beard. Now, the easiest way to tell a tom from a hen is generally toms have the nice bright red and blue head, and they have a beard. They also have spurs on their feet. Hens do not. It was early enough in the day where I'm like, holy shit, we should really make sure. So I had my binoculars out. So when this turkey comes out, both of these toms come out. The first one puffs his chest up.
Big fan in the back. He was there to show he was the boss.
Mind you, I've taken it upon myself that we don't do something illegal. So I am the jackass with binoculars in my hands instead of a gun. So now, and they're coming dead in front of us. So the blind's clearly working, unless the hens are that stupid. It's clearly working. We're well hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So I slowly put the binoculars down. I grab one. I'm like, holy shit, because Jackie's dream turkey hunt, like, would have been us shooting two toms at once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
This is the moment.
The moment.
Jackie was being the responsible one. And they started to approach the decoy hen. And the other hens, unfortunately, and this is a problem when it's spring turkey, this is their mating time. The other hens, when they like a tom or want to garner their attention, they will start to walk away.
Follow me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what they did. So now they're starting to walk away. Puffed out his chest. Ladies like what they saw. Come with me, big boy.
Mm-hmm.
And they start moving. I'm like, listen.
The window is closing very quickly.
We have to do this because they're only getting further away and they're already at like the max distance that I would be comfortable shooting. So if we're going to do it, we have to do it now. I don't think Jackie remembers the plan, but we were going to shoot at the same time. What do you normally do if you're going to do something at the same time with people?
Count it off.
Did you? No.
You said, "Are your sights on? Are you good?" I said, "Yeah," and you said, "Count it." And then what did I say?
Go.
Oh.
Go. No 3, 2, 1. Not a 1. Not a ready. Nothing.
I will say that I'm pretty sure that we did actually fire at the same time.
We did.
So
I have video of it.
very good job.
Yeah.
Why didn't we come home with 2 turkeys?
So we missed.
Both of us.
So, listen, I went after the birds. They started to run away up the hill away from us where the hens went, but they weren't running like with haste. Honestly, if I had a billion pellets fly past my head, I'd have booked it a little faster. I'm like, whoa, shit, we have an opportunity. Come on, get up, let's go. So this is also the worst time to find out that the Mossberg, this is the first hiccup I've ever had with this gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally learned why after the fact. We'll get to that in a moment. I couldn't cycle the next round into my gun. So I'm sitting there fucking with my gun, trying to get it to chamber another round. And you're looking at me, looking at the turkey, looking at me, because they still haven't left the area. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. We'll chase them. As soon as we took 2 steps from behind the blind, it looked like a scene out of Top Gun. And the turkeys just took off like tomcats.
6.
Just
take off all at the same time.
If you guys have never seen the turkey in person, they're fucking gigantic. They're huge birds. Huge. And they're just, nope, we're out of this bitch.
They have a humongous wingspan.
Yeah. big birds.
So they go from like, oh, that's a big bird to damn.
Holy shit, that's a big bird.
So yeah, they all took flight off the top of the hill because we were just over one edge of the hill. So they ran to the top of the hill, which wasn't much farther
Yeah,
than
they
where
ran
we
to the
shot
runway and they just.
off the edge.
So that is unfortunately. That was the end of day one.
Well, we did go out for breakfast and we came back
We did.
and we
We did get a
sat
couple calls.
in the same blind again
We got a couple calls. We got a couple reports back.
and a nap.
Yes, and Jackie took quite a nap on the hill.
It
The
was
sun came out after you had had a full breakfast, and you were useless.
yeah.
She wasn't calling. I'm like, are you okay? No response. I look over, hat pulled down, completely laid out, shotgun beside her. Might as well been a corpse.
I will say, and I feel like I was in such a deep sleep. Like when I woke up, it was one of those, what day is it? Where am I? Like such a deep sleep. That was the best sleep that I got the whole weekend.
I don't know how to explain the want. Like when I found out you were in that deep of a sleep, I wanted so badly for a turkey to walk in front of us and you be woken up by a gunshot.
That's nice. Thank you.
Because like I didn't plan on missing a second time.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been fantastic because I've never seen you startled out of your sleep because of a gunshot. It would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
And I had all the cameras rolling. It would have been fantastic.
But it didn't happen.
But it did not happen.
It did not.
And unfortunately, on day 2, we did get out earlier. Got a lot of talking. We changed positions, which was a mistake on my part. I think I put us in a bad position. Got a lot of talking back and forth. So much so that I was getting aggravated that he wasn't showing up.
So you could hear he was pretty far, potentially even over the following ridge.
Yeah.
It's a very hilly area. And you could hear him in the distance. And I would call and he would call back. And then every so often it was like, oh, he's getting closer. It sounds like he's on this side of the ridge. And then you could hear him down at the bottom of a valley, like just where he was. You could hear where he was coming from. And he got to a point where he sounded like he was so close, just on the other side of a ridge, on the other side of some trees and clearing, would not come any closer.
Yeah.
And you had an idea about me going like 40, 50 yards further, like the hen that's, calling him to chase her kind of a thing.
I've heard it's a good idea.
Hoping that it would work. And we tried it.
Right. Unfortunately, when you tried that, you scared, which I only saw 2 of them. I didn't even see them at first.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this bitch. If you guys have never heard a doe alert the other deer around her that she has seen something she doesn't like and you need to get the hell out of Dodge. It's like they call it when she blows. It's like she does that a few times.
Like an aggressive huff.
Yeah.
A huff of disappointment.
Yes. Well, she did that. I looked up and I saw 2 whitetails running away. It turns out it wasn't 2. You said there were 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 of them running up the hill.
So that tells me 2 things. One, if deer are around, the turkey's around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're very comfortable together. Like, that's a good side note. If you're ever out deer hunting and you have turkeys around you, you will have deer around you. Mm-hmm. It's almost certain. They feel very comfortable because deer can't see as well. Turkeys have phenomenal vision. So I'm sure they know in the animal kingdom.
And deer have an excellent sense of smell,
right,
where turkeys don't have as good of a sense of smell. So the 2 of them do work very well in harmony with keeping each other alert of things they should be.
So that tells me there was probably the turkey very close. Mm-hmm. That also tells me the turkey is no longer close.
Right.
Because neither are the deer.
Yeah.
They went running. So luckily we called it an early day and it kind of played in our favor because then it started to downpour.
We got all the way, got our blind packed up, got our bags, our guns, everything. And we were about 10 feet away from the door and it started pouring.
No. So that was our first turkey hunt. It was almost the perfect ending. Almost. So close.
It was so close.
So we will try again. And I can honestly see why turkey hunters are obsessed. It was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. I think like when you're out deer hunting, there's like tools and things you can use. There's something about like developing a skill to call and have a conversation with a turkey. Like
Yeah, I mean,
where
you kind
they
of do that with deer.
where they're responsive to you. Deer don't audibly respond to you. Where they can come over and check you out, but if they hear you from a distance, they're not like, "Yo, bro, I hear you."
They
Like
will do occasionally.
turkeys are very responsive, and for me, that was a win in my book
Hmm.
as far as like a turkey hunt goes, like the report back and forth, back and forth.
Yep. Can't wait to do it again. Unfortunately, now we have to wait till fall.
Well, yeah, and that's archery.
I'm okay with that because then I can be out for deer and turkey. It's like I'm doubling my chances.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Questions and CCCs. No CCCs this week, but you guys did get some awesome questions. The first one: does bullying friends make you a bad friend, or a caring friend that wants to see you succeed?
I have a feeling it's one of 5 people that submitted that.
I have a feeling it's from that same group of somewhat intoxicated shooters. Um, and it makes you a great friend. Because, yes, great friends want to see you succeed, even if that means busting your balls and having a somewhat serious conversation of you should dry fire more than you are because you shouldn't suck this bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you shouldn't
We torment because we care.
you shouldn't have a lightning quick sub-second draw and then basically give everyone blue balls that's watching you because it seemed like it was going to start off really exciting and then quickly realize this is not that. You should also not let your child out dry fire you.
Ooh, yeah, I know who that is.
You should also not let the thought of switching guns torment you, and you should just stick with what you're doing and continue down that path. You should also start dry firing in general because you have real raw talent that is being, well, smothered by your laziness. And you should just get out and shoot more, even though I know you you got babies. I understand that. But you still need you time. So get out and have some you time.
Okay, so just based on those, I know the 5 people that you were out with.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Get out and train, guys.
And they all listen to this. So fuck you guys. I'll see you next week. Love you.
Next question. When do you think we will see the end of the 2011 boom?
Not for a while.
Not for a very long time. Yeah, it is massively popular, and it's a resurgence. It's not like a new thing.
It never is. This entire industry is always what was old is new and comes ebbs and flows.
Hmm.
Like we were at the tail end of when single action hammer bad, striker good.
Hmm.
It was also because striker was new
Hmm.
and it was the end all be all. 2011s were purely competition, uh, gamer guns that would get you killed.
Killed in the streets.
Now it does help that technology has made them better,
Hmm.
and it's not going to be for a while. It's listen, JMB, hell of a smart dude. He designed a hell of a gun.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. For those of you that are unaware, JMB is John Moses Browning,
Our Lord and Savior.
who designed the 1911. Uh, I mean, the trigger makes shooting more accurate easier because it's nice and light. They are reliable now. People do need to like they need to be okay with the fact that there are guns in this world that require more maintenance, which on the other hand doesn't mean they're bad. It just requires a little bit more maintenance. Um, You're,
Like sports cars.
you're aware, yes, you're aware of the cars that are in like my family's collection.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the little Italian sports cars require more attention than Chevy Corvettes.
Yep.
Okay, it's
They're
just
Italians.
yeah, it just requires. They're both equally fun. It just requires a little bit more attention, and that's okay. On the flip side, acknowledge that it needs the attention. Like, you need to be more invested into the platform. I understand they're becoming more accessible because they're cheaper. Also, there's a little bit more involved in taking one apart. It's not difficult by any stretch, but you should learn how to do it to aid in the reliability and longevity of the gun. And that's really with any gun, but especially a 2011.
Mm-hmm. Here.
All right. If you could predict the next big thing in the handgun market, what would it be? This is a good one.
This is a really good one. I know that like the Ruger P89 series, the Smith 80, 58 or 59s and 6 series, like 6900s, right? The metal
Yeah,
frame
double single
6900,
guns.
5900s. I know we are going to eventually see a resurgence and a redoing because look what happened with the Browning High Power. Like they are that design, that platform, that style is going to be brought back. It may look extremely different. I don't know. I feel like that is the next thing around the corner is bringing back more old stuff.
Hmm. Okay, so you almost kind of changed my answer, but I'm still going to say both. One, I agree with you, and I think we're going to see if you can find another way to make the double action even lighter. And I'll give you a hint, some of you may know where I'm going with this. It's just a better safety design. Like, yes, you have a grip safety, yes, you have a thumb safety. Blows my mind how many people don't realize that all the staccatos people are running, with the exception of the new HDs, they don't have firing pin blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have the safeties off and it falls and bumps the back of the gun and that safety goes off, it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing stopping it. So, yeah, side tangent on that. Sorry, I
I
just
was
can't.
wondering what was
I,
happening here.
I can't believe how many newer owners, because people just jump in, right? The 2011, like everyone, the newer guns, newer people in the gun world. Ooh, Glock safe, safe handgun, safe handgun. They're all safe. It automatically puts everything on. There's a lot more involved with the 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Thumb safeties, like knowing that there's no firing pin block on a certain gun. Again, you have to become a more invested owner. Anyway, the double single has its own special place. And I think you're going to see people come out with stuff that is more aligned with having a double single gun for like a carry gun.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to have to be done by having a lighter double action. I don't know if you've ever pulled an old para LDA.
Yes.
So, para ordnance made LDA, which stood for light
Light.
double action. And how this worked was, think of the opposite of a compound bow. So a compound bow is very, very heavy for 70, 85% of the draw. And that last 15% or so is nothing. That's the opposite for an LDA. The hammer is technically down, but the first 80% of the trigger pull is nothing. It's barely a pound.
Mm-hmm.
It just flaps back and forth, maybe a pound and a half. And then you're at the quote wall of what would be then the final action of breaking the wall to break the shot. I think if we start to see more of those, and also HK had a trigger like that, the LEK, LMK,
LEK, I think.
I think it's LEK, same principle.
Mm-hmm.
Very light first portion of the trigger pull, and then it feels like a normal trigger when you're kind of at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see more of those. Like if Ruger brought back that, it would be cool to incorporate that.
Hmm.
If HK wanted to make a VP9cc but a P30cc
Hmm.
for a hammer gun, I could see that working. Who else? Yeah, I would love having a 59 with that would be awesome.
I do think that when, the Ruger and the Smiths, like when those double action variations finally recycle their way back into the modern gun world as new items, they're not going to be these big, chunky 90s cell phone style bricks. I feel like they're going to modernize, streamline them, kind of like how, Smith had intentions with the Chief Special redo, right? They redid the Chief Special as the CSX,
Mhm.
which is a very, very tiny, high capacity, little single action gun to be a modern version in their vision of what the Chief Special would be in today's gun. So I can see modern upgrades and complete revamps, not necessarily, oh, they brought the P89 back or oh, they brought the 5900 back, but a new version of using the old actions in something modern with maybe a nostalgic flair to show that that's what they were thinking of.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, just imagine having like something that takes Shield Plus mags but has a super light double action trigger that's red dot ready.
Right.
Like that's pretty cool.
That would be super cool.
Which leads me to my original answer is I do not think we're done exploring the like micro compact, super micro compact guns as far as what we can carry, how small we can make them. I don't think we've established what would be like an actual predecessor or no, yeah, no, successor to a J frame. Like we don't have a modern equivalent of one. Not saying it's got to be a revolver, but I think if we're talking about packaging a gun small enough to pocket carry, but have substantial difference, we're almost there. Like 365 Shield Plus, even the bodyguard. Like you're getting a lot of ammo in a tiny, tiny gun.
Right.
I just think we're kind of right at the brink of really exploring like to make that like a true like high performing gun without having the drawbacks of being super tiny.
I see that.
And I think more people need to jump on board with it.
That was a good question.
Mm-hmm. Last question. I know Jackie will hate this, but what is the quintessential girl gun?
So I do hate it.
Says the lady with pink and purple guns.
So I didn't buy them because they were pink and purple.
True.
I bought them because they were the absolute best for me and then made them pink or purple. I will say the gun that I have on me all the time is the only gun I don't have painted because technically it's yours and I don't have the heart to paint your shield
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, we've given that up a long time ago.
Oh, so it's officially mine.
Sure, you
You've
can have
told the people, okay, I'm painting this bitch. I figure out what I want. So I would say it's it is so hard. It's
It's not. The quintessential girl gun is a Smith & Wesson J frame with pink grips.
that's
It's the most stereotypical one.
yeah, stereotypically speaking, yes, that a pink Smith and Wesson J frame or the Pink Lady by Charter Arms, the
The
little
lavender
cute little
shields.
right, the Pink Lady, the Lavender Lady, the pink and the Tiffany blue is like fuck the Tiffany blue. So many Tiffany blue guns out there, or Robin's egg blue if you're Ruger.
Can't say Tiffany. You would get a C&D very quickly.
Robin's egg blue, as everyone calls it. Yeah, I mean the here, little lady, this cute little thing, just throw that in your purse. That'll be just fine. That's everything you need. If that sounds like the conversation that you have when you go to the gun shop to look at guns,
Find a
find
different
a
gun shop.
different gun shop.
I will tell you, like, a model that you could easily hand to any female and give her a taste with minimal recoil would probably be the Bodyguard 2.0.
hmm
Like, of a modern gun, without a revolver, without having.
And we're talking carry guns, like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
smallness and concealability in mind.
Well, it's a gun that's going to fit her hand regardless. Like, can at least get used to it and try it without going to like a 22.
hmm
So I would say the Bodyguard 2.0 probably fits that slot the best.
I would agree. I'd say hand preference is going to be a big part of that.
Sure. I
And
mean,
not every woman has tiny petite hands, so the Ruger LCP Max would be a very close second. So if you're out looking for one and the Bodyguard seems to be too small or too anything, and if it doesn't feel perfect, and the slide is tighter on the Bodyguard 2.0, and so if you don't have good technique to rack the slide reliably and be confident and comfortable loading and unloading your own gun because of that tight slide, take a look at the Ruger LCP Max. I mean, it is a good gun. It cycles like really smoothly. Like when you're racking,
it is snappier though.
it is a little snappier. But if you can't even get your own gun loaded,
Right. If you guys don't know, the reason Jackie hates this question is because, and she's right, uh, girls buy the same guns as boys, and so they should follow the same rule set, which is find the gun that's comfortable for you,
right?
that you're comfortable working, that you can actually shoot well. Like, the criteria doesn't change male to female.
Right. You have hands, he has hands.
Right.
You have 5 fingers, maybe. He has 5 fingers, maybe.
Right.
If everything is the same in that department, you can use the same gun. There's nothing that he can do that you can't do better. I said it. I said it.
I mean, waking up early. I can do that better.
That was such a rough day, man.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to submit questions, comments, concerns, or topics for discussion, pewtimepodcast@gmail.com or at Laugh and Load on all the socials. If you wouldn't mind, maybe rate review the podcast, bump the numbers up to say, hey, this is a pretty good show. If you like us. And if you don't like us, still 5-star review the show and fuck you.
Also, if you've been listening for 223 episodes, you should be subscribed and have a rating up.
All right, guys. Talk to you next week.
Bye.